We can all meet at my office after the lecture. You do not need to be encouraged to be a hero. You may not arrange your time when reading the text. It is a debate about the value of knowledge. Please click the logo above to enter the site. Sea levels are expected to rise during the next century. Cell is the most basic building block for all animals and plants. Every student has the right and ability to succeed. It took almost 3 years to build the football stadium. There is a widely believed perception that engineering is for boys. The professor took a year off to work on her book. A good abstract highlights the key points of your paper. Visual aid is really helpful for revising. The marketing budget has doubled since the beginning of the year. Time and distance are used to calculate speed. Today we have a guest speaker who is visiting from Canada. The plight of wildlife has been ignored by developers. The garden behind the university is open to the public in the summer. Sports teams often practice on Wednesdays and play games on weekends. A lack of sleep can increase the chance of some illnesses. Research shows that exercising makes us feel better. Traffic is the main cause of pollution in many cities. If finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available. A good research assistant is not afraid to ask questions. The course will help students to improve their pronunciation skills. Scientists are always asking the government for more money. His appointment as Minister of Culture was seen as a demotion. It takes a long time to walk to the university. Native speakers are exempt from language tests in their own language. Lecture outlines are available on the College Board and the internal website. During the examination, electronic devices must be left to the supervisors. The untapped potential of using the sun's rays is phenomenal. Many students are now studying science, technology, engineering, and maths. People have been independent by using phones in everyday life. Despite the differences, all forms of lives share the same characteristics. Philosophy uses the logic and reasons to analyze human and experience. Consumers are better informed today because of the internet. The nation achieved prosperity by opening its ports for trade. The residence hall is closed prior to the academic building closing time at the end of the semester. Good nutrition is crucial to the general health and vitality. A very basic feature of computing is counting and calculation. The history of this university is a long and interesting one. Our new medical school students must attend the talk about optional courses. The cooperator operates a continuous assessment. The key witnesses to the event have conflicting recollections. Students who are successful have good strategies for learning. Manufacturing now brings more people in than agriculture and fishing combined. Farming methods across the world have greatly developed recently. Every student has a regular meeting with his or her personal tutor. Our laboratory equipment is provided free of charge. The project is divided into 4 main intersections. Food containing overabundant calories supplies little or no nutritional value. Remember, the prestigious section has strict eligibility criteria. Undergraduate students may pursue their specific interests within certificate programs. Although sustainable development is not easy, it is an unavoidable responsibility. Americans have progressively defined the process of plant growth and reproductive development in quantitative terms. Members should make mandatory contributions to social operating funds. The momentum is defined as the combination of mass and velocity. Digital scanners can scan all kinds of materials provided that they are in small pieces. Remember to sign the attendance prior to the class. The content is to define the combination of maths and philosophy. All medical students must attend the talk about optional courses. It would be extremely beneficial to work together. Calcium's nutritional value enjoys growing popularity every year. You may not manage your time well without a reading list. A few journalism students need to read the school newspaper. We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us. Convincing evidence to support this theory is hard to obtain. You will study 2 core and 3 optional modules. The city's founders created a set of rules that became the law. The university has invested in new technology designed for learning. Recession triggers creativity and high rates of entrepreneurship due to a past experience. Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory. In addition to class requirements, students must pass all the qualifying examinations. Every year, more and more academic courses are made available online. Before submitting your dissertation, your advisor must approve your application. Strangely, people are spontaneously impressed by and are skeptical about using statistics. Please note that the submission deadlines are only negotiable in exceptional circumstances. Courses on nutrition are growing in popularity every year. Your term papers should include current social issues. We can't consider any increase in our price at this stage. He was regarded as the foremost economist at his time. Students are instructed to hand in their assignments by the end of this week. Your lowest quiz grade has been omitted from the calculations. Democracy is constantly offering the most stable form of government. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure compositional style. Consumer confidence tends to increase as the economy expands. We encourage students to complete their applications before the deadline. The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing. The railway makes long-distance travel possible for everyone. Remember to sign the attendance register before leaving the lecture hall. The rising inflation rate indicates a decrease in demand for consumer products. Rising inflation means increasing goods prices and decreasing demand for products. More research is needed before any definitive conclusion can be drawn. The tutorial timetable can be found on the course website. The accountancy students need to submit their dissertations this week. New media journalism is an exciting area of study. Even the most motivated students may need help of choosing their careers. The commissioner will portion the funds among all the sovereignties. Optional tutorials are offered in the first week of the term. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. The massive accumulation of data was converted into a communicable argument. Before choosing your university course, you should consider your future career. Students lived in the residence hall during the term time. These 3 separate resources are not enough for this assessment. Students have the option to live in college residences or apartments. The essay will be published once the research is finished. Writing an essay is easy once the research is finished. Taxes from factories play a large role in some economies. Digital scans of archive materials are provided for a small fee. I can't hand out my dissertation this week. The poster of this play is hung in the large lecture theater. All dissertations must be accompanied with a submission form. The economy is now showing the first sign of recovery. It is important for students to keep up with the deadline. There is a fitness center next to the student union. He was constantly looking for ways to bring industry and agriculture closer together. Undergraduate students may participate in specific stages within the program. The universities provide excellent leisure facilities for students and staff. Blue whales are the largest mammals that have ever lived on Earth. Experts believe that industrial development will help the economy. Road safety measures can reduce accidents. Extension is only available under special circumstances. The time of the math lecture has been changed to 10:30. We can have a lecture on the morning of Thursday. The essay should be clear during the exam. Over the years, more and more students are young. We have a great deal of debate on that topic. Tutors should set a clear goal at the start of the class. I will come back to this in a moment. There is a clear need for further research in this field. There is no ideal debate on this topic. Making a mistake is fine as long as you've learned from it. Enrolling a double major will increase the career options. Students are advised to use multiple methods for this project. All students can learn, even if they have different speeds. The 3 elective courses were carried out in the program. Economic problems cause a big rise in unemployment. Academic problems cause a rise in employment. Auditions for the university theater will be held next week. You do not need to have specialist knowledge to enjoy this book. I will come back as soon as possible. It is important to make clear notes while you are reading. Lectures are the oldest and the most formal teaching method at universities. They cannot put in everything, choices have to be made. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. It is really a comprehensive program covering both theory and practice. We were able to contact a number of research subjects. Many experts think that the world climate is constantly changing. Let me give you an example to explain what I mean. The rationale of my research is to present the value of the urban ecosystem. All of your assignments are due on Wednesday. She began by giving an outline of the previous lecture. The speaker began by giving an outline of her presentation. There is a pharmacy on campus near the bookstore. A number of students have volunteer jobs. An undergraduate is required to do many projects. You should submit your term papers to the general office. Understanding how to use the library will save your time. The equality has not yet been achieved in this society. Those who are considering a career of marketing should attend the talk. Parents' talk to children tends to be simplified. Water taps on the campus will discourage the frequent use of plastic bottles. The department is organizing a trip to London in July. The student shop sells a range of stationery. Human beings compete with other species for space and resources. Technology is changing the way media is used and studied. Students who attempt to go to the conference must register now. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The key to clear writing is the clarity of thought. We no longer respond to any postal reference requests. The new camera can identify your eyes and focus on them. You will acquire many skills during the academic studies. All the gains in property sales must be allocated promptly. Experts are now able to forecast weather for long periods. The lecture today will cover all the main reasons for global warming. The chemistry building is located near the entrance to the campus. Speak to your tutor if you require further research. All lectures and learning materials can be found on the internet. It may not be possible to solve the problem easily. The design of modern cities is a challenge for urban planners. The digital camera has some advantages over traditional film. Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. Graduates from this course generally find jobs in insurance industry. Graduates from this field usually pursue careers in financial sector. Industrial experts will discuss job opportunities in an automatic labor force. Summer school programs allow some students to accelerate their studies. The economy is showing signs of revival. Many graduates of journalism get jobs in the communications field. Textile manufacture plays a large role in improving economies. Students would develop confidence on their ability to think critically. All industries are a system of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. A group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room. A good architecture is always very useful, durable, and beautiful. An introduction is an essential element of a presentation. Nurses specialize in clinical work and management. Students must attend the safety course before entering the engineering workshop. Read the student safety instructions before using any equipment in the workshops. Good research delivers practical benefits for real people. Geography is generally divided into 2 branches, human and physical. Social media is criticized for causing internet addiction. The closing date of application for travel scholarship is next Monday. Students requiring for an extension should apply sooner rather than later. All of the assignments should be submitted in person to the faculty office. Affordable housing is an important issue for all members of society. Undergraduate students can select what interests them the most in the science program. The office opens on Monday and Thursday following the freshman seminar. All laboratory equipment will be provided in class. A good scientific paper should present a clear argument. Teaching assistants will receive a monthly stipend for housing. More choices are available other than studying full-time at university. Job opportunities are created for a better economy of the future. The coming scientific research requires time and dedication. Digital gadgets have now become an important part in all people's everyday life. The vocabulary that has peculiar meanings is called jargon. Students who study overseas can significantly improve work chances. The lecturer tomorrow will discuss the educational policy in the United States. Economic development needs to be supported by the government. The new technician dropped the microscope in the biology lab. The department has a higher than normal proportion of postgraduate students. Digital gadgets are an excellent addition to any outdoor venture. The business policy seminar includes an internship with a local firm. We aim to develop a partnership with the government and financial institutions. Students are encouraged to think carefully about their accommodation needs. There have been many changes recently in the mathematics department. Theory and training are required to become a medical specialist. The University Theater Group will be performing in the concert hall. The Earth atmosphere is mostly composed of nitrogen and oxygen gases. It is compulsory to attend the laboratory introduction. They developed a unique approach to training their employees. It is an integrated course with several main elements. This course is integrated because it has several parts. The deadline for the submission of this assignment is tomorrow. The curriculum needed to be adjusted for development. The cafeteria features sandwiches, salads, soup, fish and chicken. Certain scientific principles need to be learned verbally or by logical deduction. The artists tied with conservative politicians earned the roles of critics. The celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy. The morning's lecture on economic policy has been cancelled. Medical researchers have focused on different causes of diseases and treatments. The economic predictions turned out to be incorrect. We are researching on the most significant challenges we are facing in society today. The history course is assessed by 3 written assignments. Information technology has changed the way we study today. The university provides excellent facilities for students and staff. You will be tested via continuous assessment and examinations. Radio is a popular form of entertainment throughout the world. A person's educational level is closely associated with their economic background. Marketing involves many activities including doing research, developing products, and promoting them. Remember, the prestigious selection of student membership has strict eligibility criteria. Some people are motivated by competition, while others prefer collaboration. Global connections thrived in academic communities, thanks to social media. Organizational failure is considered in various perspectives in academic literature. All the educational reforms have been inadequately implemented.